What is happening, YouTube? Welcome once again to Horizon Zero Dawn. What a view. Yeah. Quite proud of how this is going. So, let's get going. Thank you for all the support on the series so far. We are doing pretty well in terms of gameplay. I have played some side quests off camera. Nothing much to report. Certainly not enough. Not earned any levels. Really just done some side quests for the sake of clearing the markers off my screen and out of my journal. But other than that, we're just going to crack on with the main story. As promised, main story only, so that you guys only get to see the juicy stuff.
Like smoke. Time to clear them out.
The corrupted creatures are a whole category of machine on their own, I believe. Yeah, here we are, corrupted machines. More powerful and aggressive than their original forms, making for extremely dangerous opponents. However, they are weak to fire, and lucky for me, I have fire arrows. And those are blaze canisters. So, oh, that went well. Oh. So it's not quite easy peasy lemon squeezy. If you look in the top left of the screen, you'll see that my health has went down. There is also an icon beside it that indicates corruption. It's basically, if I can find the right outfit. Yeah, see on the Bannock Trailblazer outfit, where it says effects, the fourth one down, the sort of red spiral, that is corruption. It causes frenzy or something similar to a frenzy. Machines that have that effect will just attack anything in their area. They just become instantly aggressive. It's an effect that you can take advantage of later in the game. There is a... You can get that as an effect on your arrows so that you can fire them at machines and turn them against each other without having to get close and hack them, which is always useful. Razors, sort of predominant machine species here. That was a mistake. That wasn't. See if you can hit the canisters with the element,
Stay out of their way,
which is the same as... So if it's a blaze canister, you can ignite it with fire. If it's a chill water canister, you can hit it with freeze arrows and it causes a reaction, an explosion. So it's just basically hitting the elemental canisters that the machines carry
for an old remedy.
with the same element that they are of, and you will produce that effect, which has just allowed me to take out an entire herd of machines with 2 arrows.
Watch for machine lights through the trees.
My aim is normally better than this. There we are. That's better. So as we've made our way through this series so far, you've seen me use several different tactics. Out in the open it's not too bad against watchers. I've used stealth. Oh, that scan radius there. Ah, scrapper. Nice. Awesome. Switch him off. Getting some good loot, getting some shards so that I can keep up with my arrows. There's another scrapper in the distance there, along with a broadhead. Yes, these are also a mountable and rideable domestic animal type, so it's obviously meant to be some kind of cow slash bull slash horned four-legged creature. And I do have the correct cauldron override for it. It's unlocked. You can see the lens and heart are just the same order, uncommon, rare. We can also see that it has horns, which it will attack with, blaze canisters on its back, vulnerable to elemental damage, body, like basically like a strider. I need a broadhead lens, so I'm probably gonna take that, at least one of them out to try and get the lens. I quite like the heart as well if I can manage it. Ah, that was awful. That went straight past what I was aiming for. He's gonna come over anyway, so that's fine. We'll just dismantle him with a... I was gonna say we'll just dismantle him with a silent strike, but it looks like we're not gonna get the chance to. So we'll just hit him with that instead. Oh no, we won't apparently. I think that might have hit it this time. Has it? No. God, I'm really doing bad at this. Whoa! You have to hit right on the canister, as in the arrow has to go in. And then you get that. And wouldn't you know it, we've managed to get the heart on the first try. And then there's always that, oh, perfect, and we get a lens. Oh no, we never. That was a corruption coil. I got excited because it was uncommon loot. I'm thinking to myself, you don't often get the two machine parts that you need one after the other, so there I am being all cocky once again. I think the rest of the broadheads have moved up the valley, so we'll just follow them. Plenty of arrows. Oh no, those are watchers. Good play. That was both good and bad. Could have been worse, could have been better. And always nice to get some loot, particularly sellable loot. We've got machines here. Is this a broadhead? Yeah, it is. So what we'll do is we'll try and just silent strike this guy. There we go. No loot. Or no, that. No parts is what I meant to say there. Oh no, it's a brave. Oh, it changed into debris. Right, okay. Ancient debris being the piles of rubble that have ornamental goods that the tribe can't make use of. Would have been nice to get that. Broadhead, but there'll be plenty of opportunity. I mean, look, there's more already. His back's to me, and I think it's an easier shot. Yeah, there we go. Right in the canister. Boom. Here we go. Oh, that doesn't take them out with instant damage though. Okay. Oh no! That follow-up attack every time. That's just hidden his weakness from me. I have an old save file on the PlayStation. It's from the PS4 version, but it is still pretty good. These are another one of the collectibles. I'll go into them in just a moment when I finish telling you what I started. So yeah, I have an old save file, PS4 version. And it's much further on. I've already found Meridian, I've done a bit of the Hunting Lodge, and I went back into it yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday. And I played a little, just to see how it felt. One, ramping the difficulty up, because I did have it on basically what is very easy difficulty. I had it on story. Just because I was trying at the time, I think, to finally get through the game, and I ended up leaving it again. But since starting this series on the PC for the channel, I've found myself going back to it a couple of times and trying out new things. And I have no intention of finishing. I was just about to say I have no intention of finishing that, and then I'm thinking to myself, actually, could finish it, because if we finished it, I could platinum it, and I quite like getting the platinums for games that I enjoy. But anyway, so trying out the mechanics, because the PlayStation I very much tended to, I got hit quite a lot. I never really got the hang of stealth gameplay. It wasn't until I came back to this. It's probably been about a year since I played it on the PlayStation before that. And so coming back and playing this on the PC for you guys has helped me really improve my control, my ability with the mechanics, and I have had fun. Genuinely, it has been very enjoyable. So there's something happening. There's Braves fighting over there, and we've got Lancehorns here. Now, Lancehorns have the Chill Blast canisters. That's a Lancehorn. It has freeze canisters on the back, so I'm not going to be able to make this do its elemental explosion. So this is just going to have to be taken down the old-fashioned way, so to speak. And then these were the things that I picked up that I said I would come back to. So they're metal flowers. The tribe called them metal flowers for the obvious reason that it has what looks like petals and a core where the pollen would be stored. However, they look like seed germination pods, and so it's possible that to undo the damage that was done to the environment by humans who were just looking to exploit resources, and that that's what I'm looking for. It is possible that the machines are trying to regenerate and repopulate certain plant species. When you find the metal flowers, they're usually surrounded by a ring of plants. some arrows. Noticed I was getting low there. But yeah, so it's possible that they're trying to move these native species or regenerate these native species. Such a stunning lighting effect coming through the trees there. Really beautiful. Yeah, so those metal flowers seem to be another kind of machine that's produced, probably in the cauldrons. Like I say, trying to germinate, restore the land, and you're going to try and attack me, aren't you? Yeah.
Be fascinating. They weren't looking for me.
A little bit harder to hit. Much harder to knock down. Very hard to chase the Lanceron, so it's really not advised, and I just saw that sawtooth out the corner of my eye there. Not intimidated. If you're struggling because they've got a lot of armour, use tear blast arrows. I've only been economic with them because I'm not yet in the right area of the map where you can regenerate these. I don't have the access to the pressurized air canisters that you use for the tear blast arrows. They come in the next area of the map with a creature called the long legs, and then there are other species you can get them from. But generally they're one of the tougher resources to find. You'll see here I can't make any because I don't have any of the resources it requires. Regenerate those. You can see also that the machines are getting a little harder, not able to knock them down as easy. That I can change by getting precision into precision plus and then knockdown. Heavy spear attacks will knock machines down faster, so it'll let me knock down larger machines with more more damage. What I do want to get though, and this is the main reason why I mentioned the PlayStation 4 save file, is I finally got the hang of double shot. Realising that it worked with all types of arrows. I was doing one of the hunter sites, and I figured out that using double shot allowed me to complete the challenges and take down big machines like the bellowbacks, the big flamethrower ones, and frozen counterparts. I took them down really quickly. I was able to put them into a stun state very fast as well. So it's it's quite fun for me finding out these new things.
The Forsaken village that Nora spoke of. It's in shambles.
You can see the corruption there, see the corruption in these plants. I don't know if it'll build up on Aloy just now, but I am going to change to... Flower. I am going to change to the Bannock Sickness Eater. Medium, there we are. This will let me resist the corruption a bit more, so that if I do get tagged, the corruption effect won't build up on me as quickly. Now I have spent a long time doing this section alone, just patiently waiting for in patrol routes. I think I remember, I do actually remember the last time that I played this sequence. It was so long, and it's just not worth that kind of time, not against these machines.
Here they come. Corrupted Watchers.
Not when I can literally just do that, and then that. Here we go. And the Watchers are just watching because that's what they do. You see that they are a lot tougher to take down. Now he's on fire, he's not very happy. He fell down the hill. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. And there we are. Ah, see, we got hit by some corruption, but the build-up was very low. We're not losing health. Yeah, that was really, really good. I didn't take any damage from those enemies. It was literally from the getting touched by the corruption. So what happens if you stay in that effect? I don't know why you would. But if you linger in that area and you're constantly taking damage from the corruption effect, eventually your corruption meter will fill up, and then you will, even if you leave the area where the corruption is on the ground, you will take damage over time until you either drink one of those potions, one of these ones, or you manage to just outlast the effect. So it's, you just literally stand
Can't be too prepared.
in the effect, and sorry, you just stand away from the effect and just let it run out. Corrupted zones are a good place to go and get experience. Again, that's something I'll be doing off camera. I'm going to put my points in this side now, so heavy lifter I wouldn't really get normally, but it's the only way to access concentration plus double shot, triple shot and fast reload. They are what I'm aiming for next. They're all very, very useful skills, and a good way to get skill points if you're short on them is to go into do the trials, go do the Hunter's Trials, and do your best to get Blazing Suns, because the award for getting all Blazing Suns, which is basically your gold tier. If you think of your challenges that you normally play in games, you normally get bronze tier, silver tier and gold tier in whatever shape or form. In Horizon Zero Dawn they are half suns, full suns and blazing suns. And if you can get yourself a full set of Blazing Suns, you unlock a skill point as a reward. So as well as earning a lot of experience for doing them, and probably netting yourself a couple of levels anyway, you can net a skill point as well for completing that. So if you're looking for odd skill points to quickly allow you to get a skill you think is going to be particularly useful, then doing the Hunter's Trials is one way of doing that. Side questing, not so much. I do the side quests because some of it helps unlock gear, but mostly it just gives you interactions with people. They're generally fetching carry quests, although the quests are varied. Like, this guy's lost his lucky ring when he was hunting, so could you finish his hunt and get his ring? Or this girl's brother's gone missing, or father's lost his daughter. Generally, you're not finding out enough about these characters to make them unique quests. They're really just well disguised fetch
This got a bite out here.
quest. So
Sounds of fighting. Has something attacked the Karja fort?
So something has indeed attacked the Karja fort, and they are corrupted machines. I am going to be killing lots of these corrupted machines with my fiery arrows of death.
Corruptor.
These guys die first. Oh, apparently. Oh, wow. Wasn't expecting that. Quite like to get that though. Oh, no. Whoa. I'll help me resist the corruption.
These machines are dangerous.
Oh no. Oh dear. Can't remember what the corruptors are weak against. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Quickly jump into my notebook. Corruptor, have I went past it? No, I did it here. Corruptor, body's weak to fire, so I was right, yeah. If you can make it overheat.
Upon us this day.
It wasn't the sun risking its ass down here.
And we're going to get some valuable parts from this. The handling coil, for example. So that, not really a great tactic for those things, other than set them on fire, give them a couple of whacks. Forgot about my tear blast arrows. But that would have helped me rip off some of its damage.
Will you open the gate for me now?
You heard her! Open the gates! And send word to Captain Balon! Where you headed, girl?
West! To Meridian!
The Way of Broken Stones is a hard run, even in the best of times. You might want to have a word with Captain Balon. He came from Meridian not long ago. You find him in the fort, on a balcony to the left overlooking the valley.
Okay, thanks.
We're the ones who should be thanking you for taking down those machines. Walk in light, Nora.
Brilliant. Love that. So I'm gonna quickly change my outfit again. Generally, mostly like wearing the Nora protector gear. I only change when it's a specific attack that I'm trying to weaken.
Nothing but trouble. That's all there is in Banuk lands.
I heard you talking about trouble in Banuk lands.
Was that out loud? Ears must be getting worn down from all those long leg blasts. But you heard right. I'm fresh back from the cut, looking for better scavenging and better shards.
I guess you didn't find them up there?
Not with a Banuk wailing about new machines and talking spirits and their purses frozen shut. What's a trade route without trade? It's just a route.
There's a trade route. I thought the Banuk kept to themselves.
We Oseram and the Banuk are neighbors, after all. What's a few mountain ranges between friends? I have some acquaintances out there, still trying to dig a living out of the ice, but they say nothing seems to stick. All the superstitious nonsense and rampaging machines aren't helping.
What were these new machines and spirits?
Honestly, I don't even know. Going by the number of Banuk funerals, I'd say the kind you turn away from.
Not really my style.
Well, if you reach my grand old age, you might prefer picking up after hunters in the Sundom. It's warmer, too.
What is this place? The Cut?
When the Karja took up swords and hacked away at the edge of Banuk land, they left the Cut behind.
So a battleground from the war. Like the valley outside the Sacred Land.
Mm-hmm. Mountain Pass in the far north and east will get you there. It's open to outlanders, hardy ones, like you. Just don't expect much of a welcome, especially not now.
New machines and talking spirits? I'm interested.
Thought as much, just looking at you. Don't say you weren't warned. There's a slip of a trail through the northeastern mountains, past what we call the Grave Horde. You won't miss it. You'll find what passes for a town on the other side. Maybe someone there can talk you out of it.
Maybe. Maybe not. Thanks for the information.
So we're not going to go into the Frozen Wilds until after the main story, but I will do that for you guys. What we are going to do quickly is trade. If there's anything... Yes, there is. Yes. Brilliant. Anything worth trading for was what I was about to say there. Karja Sling. Karja's Rattler. Karja Warbow. Now that is a must. I need to get that because that gives me the elemental arrows that I need to do the next quest. The Shadow Hunter Bow is also very, very useful. And the Shadow Sharpshot Bow. I can see myself spending a lot here and upgrading. One of these annoying situations where you want to get as much as possible Broadhead lens I still don't have. Shellwalker lens I still don't have. Glinthawk lens. Got the Landsworm lens for that. Got a Grazer's Heart, so I could get that. Another Long Leg Heart. So there is a few bits and pieces I could get in terms of armour, but that's not going to help me as much as getting the weapons. So I think I want all four of these, because to be perfectly honest, if you got these four weapons, you can just go through the next part of the game like happy days. You get a new type of arrow here with this one. You can see the type of damage that it's doing in that movie. The new arrow type is called, I'm sure it's called a hardhead arrow, which is, if you look at the icons underneath ammo, the first one is the ammo we've been using for the whole game. It's your basic arrow. Then there's the flame arrows underneath, which we've used more of recently. The third icon down is the new type of arrow. It does a lot of damage to components and armor and can rip armor and components off, and then you can do more damage. Because you can see that as well as having 75 tear damage, it also does 27 basic damage, which is, you know, almost double what the standard arrows do. Shadow Sling gives me 3 element bombs. Shadow Tripcaster gives me 3 elemental trips. And the Shadow Sharpshot Bow. Try saying that when you're drunk. Shadow Sharpshot Bow gives you the Harvest Arrows, which is that one with the nuts and bolts icon beside it. That lets you actually precision tear off specific components, and you get extra resources if it's a resource. So for example, easiest way to explain this, if I use those Harvest Arrows and hit a blaze canister off the back of a Strider, it gives me extra blaze. Don't ask me how that works. Probably because it knocks it off without actually penetrating the canister, as I'm thinking what the game logic is for that. Rather than me putting an arrow into the canister to knock it off, and then that canister now has a leak. I think the Harvest Arrow, literally once it hits it, there's enough force to knock it off, but the arrow itself doesn't actually punch into the glass or anything like that. Which is pretty decent. I wish there was a warbow, because like a very rare warbow, because the warbow's third ammo type is the warbow's third ammo type, if I can get my head to work, is the Corruption Arrow, and Corruption Arrows are very, very useful for getting machines to take out each other. Trying to think if I'm going to be able to wangle. I can definitely sell the machine core. That's purely what's that for. What that is for. So if we sell everything, it's just for sale. We're up to 332, plus we can sell that. I think that's it. It's purely sellable. Now that'll let me get the warbow, which is... it is a must, it really is. Crystal Braden I don't have, so I wouldn't be able to get that. Watcher Heart will give me... I'm gonna get the warbow just now. The rest I'll get once I start to get decent shards. That's the blast sling, so I'm just gonna throw the... here we go. So that'll do it for now. And this is the guy I was told to come and speak
Captain Blanc, I have questions for you. First, about another Nora woman who might have come through here. And second, about the trail to Meridian. What can I expect on the way?
Well, it was definitely another Nora. No way I'd forget that. She caused an incident. As for what to expect on the trail, nothing good. More machines all the time, and our scouts report corruption that way as well. So much for sealing things off. Keep to the roads, they're safe enough. Though after what you did at the gate, I'll wager you don't scare easy. It's a good quality. I could put it to use, if you don't mind a quick jaunt back east. I know it's bold of me to ask a favor after you just did one, but I can offer you answers in return. If there's anything you need to know about the Sundom.
What do you need, Captain?
I sent several patrols east when we got word of corrupted machines there. All of them confirmed my fears, so I sealed the gates. But it looks like we left some men behind when they were closed. Waleed, tell her what happened.
Machines attacked us near an abandoned Nora village, sir. Lakir told us to pull back. Then I lost sight of the others.
Never seen a Nora woman before, soldier? Have some respect. Report to her, not to me.
Lakir always stresses reporting back, so that's what I did. I felt terrible about leaving them behind.
Now that the gates are open again, I can send someone after them.
I'll see what I can do about your missing men.
I will be grateful, but not as grateful as Waleed. You hear that, lunkhead? You might be off the hook.
Now, that is a side quest. And I would normally do side quests off, but I am going to quickly do that because it's worth it for the XP. Take a little jaunt out here. Plus it'll give me a chance to show the new bow off as well. That's always useful. Quick save. After you rescue, not really doing much rescuing because, to be perfectly honest, with the thickness of those walls and what was being fired at them, it wasn't like they were in any imminent danger. But that's beside the point. You helped. You actually killed all the machines.
Stocking up?
So you can take the credit. Yeah, the Daytower is the first place where you can buy very rare equipment. It is possible to get it in certain reward boxes or pieces of DLC, I believe. And I've found a couple of very rare modifications. But to actually be able to buy it, I think by the time you get to Meridian, you unlock the whole tier, the whole very rare tier for everything, for
Saving these for the trail.
each type of weapon and for each tribe's type of armor. If I can get it before that, I will try. But basically expect, especially in the next episode, expect me to have... Wasn't thinking there. Let's chill there.
Low and quiet, does it?
Yeah, it does. Yes! Love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I just wish I had the hard shot bow. So he's weak to fire. So out comes the fiery damage. No, that wasn't good. Dodging. Not doing great at dodging here, to be perfectly honest. I'm too busy trying to be aggressive and get hits in. To get rid of him before. Oh! Wasn't expecting him to come up after me. Got him.
Now's my chance.
Got away with that. So that was, for want of a better term, an absolute shit show. There was no need for that to be as difficult as I made it. I made it that difficult, nothing else did. If you're learning anything, you're learning not to...
Going down fast.
not to do what I do. Learn my lessons that I'm not learning. We've already got some warbow capacity upgrades. That's what we want. We need them, so that we can get the more of the elemental arrows, because these things don't grow in trees. Enemies take more damage when they're frozen.
Haven't you got anything better to do?
I'll do. Magic. So there is a bandit camp up there. Again, I'll do that off camera. It's not about gonna hit the two of them hopefully if he doesn't move. Yep, nice. Nice. That's better. The enemies don't always group together despite the fact that they're a herd. Sometimes it's really, really difficult to hit that elemental explosion. It's not impossible, it's difficult.
This could be it for me! If there's anyone there... I can't hold out much longer! Thank you. Now I know the kind of person I want to be. Watching you.
Took some risks there. Did want to help the poor
The
buggers.
machines must have come across Captain Ballon's patrol here.
You need more resources. Made sure I had plenty of them. So,
One of the Karja soldiers fell here. The other soldiers must have retreated. But to where?
the tracks are here. I've actually been to this area quite a lot in all my previous playthroughs. I found this to be such a good area for gathering resources.
Another Karja soldier. Did anyone survive?
I think just want to make
At
to
least his
examine
death came
this.
quickly.
Yeah. And the trail carries on. So there's broadheads there. You can get all the metal shards. Got all this wood here. You can basically kit yourself up. Plus the wildlife in this area is fairly abundant. Got the pool there that's normally filled with fish, because fish bones are one of the things you have to collect. See, for example, there, and there. And then all you need to do to respawn the pool is just to hop away, do something else. Not getting anything rare off them yet. You're looking for fish skin, funnily enough, which I didn't think was a thing, but apparently it is. And fish bones. I thought fish were just covered in scales, but there's a broadhead that got curious and followed us. He is about to pay the ultimate price for that by giving me his parts. Managed to miss both of his canisters there, but my reward was a small machine core. This trader should now sell... No, he doesn't. I was going to say he should now sell all the same tier of equipment as... He sells the armour, but he doesn't sell the weaponry. Yep, here it is. A bit disappointing, but
gonna be light out soon.
Health-wise, we're in good shape. Still got plenty of medicine and missing something here. Talking to the merchant never triggered anything. Apparently I'm not in the right area to search. I am, I think.
This can't be the helmet from the last purchase. Someone nearly lost his head here, then ran off.
These kind of quests are interesting because they do have slightly their own story, you know. The first time we did it, we were tracking a brother who had a worried sister. And we followed his sort of descent into madness and his attempt to get out of it. Oh, I remember this part. Yeah, this is it. You'll get an introduction here to another new machine type. I think they're over that side. While I'm here, I'm just gonna... these fish. And that is why we do it. Because I've managed to get blue tier. Yeah. And green tier, which should be fish bone. And it is. And then we'll get onto the island. Does that mean I can craft? Not yet. I'm short the shards now, which isn't surprising considering the amount of ammunition I've been using in crafting. The easiest way to get shards is just to either...
Can my focus show me anything?
Take out a lot of machines. There we go. See this here? Yeah, it is just as terrifying as it looks, the snap maw. The snap maw is what you assume it is. It's a crocodile or an alligator, and since I don't know how to tell the difference between the two anyway, I don't know which one this is meant to be. Body's weak to fire and strong against freeze damage. It has a blaze canister mounted just behind its head, and it has a freeze sack underneath, so it lobs cold elemental bombs. Freeze sack can be damaged to disable the ranged freeze attack, and it has the same effect as the explosion from the other machines you've been fighting so far. We don't have his overrides yet. They are tough machines to fight. I have died to them a few times before. Coming in here to loot the ancient debris. Loot the fancy box. Nice. Loot the even more ancient debris. Now I struggled with this quest before. I can remember where I found. Aha. Blood patch, okay.
Could use my focus. See what it turns up.
Now the focus should be picking up everything in this area, but it doesn't seem to be doing that. I don't know if I've missed something by not approaching this the right way. I'm pretty sure that the survivor I'm looking for is around here somewhere. Focus isn't letting me see anything though.
I could use my focus to look around.
I have been. That's the annoying thing about that sort of hint system, is it will tell you. It will just constantly moan at you. I think there's spaces on that side that I'm supposed to get. Yeah, I've come across here too quick. Too cocky. Quality of the reflections in the water are usually much better than that. I turned them down because it was slowing down the game. Here we are.
Blood everywhere. A machine dragged something into the water here. But maybe he made it to that island.
Maybe he did. So now the island will be searchable, and the character should spawn in as well. I was in the right place, I'm fairly sure. You find them up on the cliffs to the left. There we are.
These will keep.
Where did he go? Went across here.
By the sun,
What is
by
that?
the sun, I'm
Singing?
never really done.
There you go, see?
I brought down all the beasts, but I missed out.
Here we go.
I wasn't expecting to be found, especially not by a Nora.
I wasn't expecting to find a half-clad Karjan soldier singing like a drunk.
I apologize for my behavior. I thought I was dead.
Come on. Your commander asked me to bring you back to Daytower.
I refused to be led back to my outpost by a Nora, like some prisoner.
Fine. Go by yourself.
Wait. Look, I got in a tussle with a snapmaw. It ate the half of me that was armor and bow. The thief is still in the water. I can't go back without a weapon. Find my bow, please.
I'll get it. Just don't start singing again.
So we'll do the second half of this interesting quest another time. Snapmon question is down there. We could death from above it if it would actually come close enough. It might just be close enough for this though. Oh, it was, but you know. See, it's much more aggressive with its ranged attack than fellow Bacchus. His freezing attacks got rid of him for me. Ah, sorry, the exploding his. Charge a bow there. And up we go to the man in the know. Another watcher. And another watcher. Once I give him his bow back, I did think the quest was going to take longer than that, but once I give him his bow back, I'll call an end to this. I'm feeling really tired, and this is the first time in a while that I've felt like this. I don't want to push it too hard, because I don't want this to become a permanent stay.
Here's your bow. Good luck out there.
Thank you. I didn't want to die in foreign lands like my men. May the sun light their passing.
And just so we can save it, I will fast travel to the campfire at Daytower, and that way we're ready to pick straight back up when I'm ready to record again. Here we go. Save. And we're done. So if you're enjoying the series so far, if you like what you've seen, please like the videos that you've been watching. That really does help get my videos out there. The more people who like, the more YouTube picks up on them. I don't know exactly how the algorithm works, but I do know that likes translates into the videos getting pushed to the top of search lists. So it would be really helpful if, as a growing channel, you guys could like the videos that you watch, to make sure that that keeps happening. If you want to comment anything, recommend a game, feel free, particularly horror games. The horror series is carrying on. I will have another one downloaded this week, and I'll probably play it on Wednesday night. I might even live stream it. I've not made my mind up about that yet. Depends on how I feel, because I don't want to appear tired on yawning into the mic and things like that. So, but if I'm up for it, then yeah, I'll probably try and do that on Wednesday night. If not, I'll at least play it and then upload my playthrough to the channel, just like I did with the Mortuary Assistant. So any recommendations, any games you want to see me play, any games you think I'd be interested in, any games that you were perhaps interested in, that you never got to finish or you never got to see all the way through. If you want me to give them a go, leave a comment, let me know what they are. I will try and reply to every single comment. And the last thing is subscribing, because subscribing helps the channel grow as well. My goal this year is to reach 500 subscribers over the year. That's going to be tough. At the minute I think I've got about 7. So I'd like to get up to the magic 500 by the end of the year. So you guys would be massively helping me out towards reaching that goal. And other than that, just the usual. Look after yourselves, look after each other, and be kind. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.